Hello, my name is Javier René Solis of Luz y Verdad Entertainment, and today is the first day of spring, March 2014. And we're here with Hollywood producer-director Frank Steven Aragon to discuss Miracle at Donna movie. First of all, thank you for taking your time from in between shooting and filming and business meetings to come and share with us a little bit about this this true story. So
thank you for having me.
Yeah, welcome. So first of all, for those who don't know you, tell us a little bit about yourself.
You know, third generation Mexican American, born and raised in Los Angeles. I got bit by the acting bug in the 8th grade and started pursuing a professional acting career in the 9th grade. And just through chance and circumstance, I always wanted to become a filmmaker, which is a kind of a long story, so I'm not going to elaborate. I just got thrown into working behind the camera, and I took some courses at UCLA in their extension program, and I've been making movies for about the last 15 years.
15
Member
years.
of the Directors Guild of America, and I'm very passionate about Latino-themed projects.
Awesome, wonderful. That sounds pretty exciting. I myself am from the Rio Grande Valley, deep South Texas, and that industry is somewhat removed. We're somewhat removed from that industry, and so we're really excited about this project and everything. So tell us, what's this story about?
I discovered the story 2 years ago. I was in the Rio Grande Valley test marketing a film called Down for Life that I produced. It starred Danny Glover, Kate Del Castillo, Snoop Dogg, Laz Alonso. And we used the Rio Grande Valley as a test market for that film. The demographics fit really good. We hit our numbers, we did really well. And in the process of being here for about 4 weeks prior to the release, I got a Facebook message and from a gentleman by the name of Oscar Galvan, who basically wrote 3 paragraphs long, sent me a link to a video on YouTube that had the Donna Redskins theme song and some old black and white footage of the film of their games, and I was hooked and went back to Los Angeles. 2 weeks I was back in the Valley, and I was interviewing Richard Avila and the other players, and I just fell in love with the story, which is the story of the 1961 Donna Redskins, a team that was made up of 10 Hispanic, 8 Anglos, poor kids, kids from single parents,
Right.
You know, had fathers that were alcoholics, just tremendous adversity, obstacles already in these kids' lives, and 2 amazing coaches who were World War II veterans, Korean War veteran, and treated all these players the same, treated all the kids the same, and instilled in these young men never quit, never give up, and to work their hardest towards their goal, and that's really what the film is about. It's about the human spirit, and it comes through in their each and every one of their story.
Wow, that's awesome. It sounds very, I guess, inspirational, motivational, and everything. What motivated you to? I mean, you already mentioned about Latino-themed projects and everything. What else, I guess, maybe at the core, your own personal life experience or something that you connected with? What motivated you to take on this project?
I think, that, these young men still faced adversity as young Latinos in that time period, not necessarily from their classmates, but just in the life circumstance that they were growing up in. Schools had only been unsegregated for a couple of years. Right. It was just a mix of white students and Hispanic students. And when these young men traveled to northern parts of Texas, they faced some racism. And although this film is not about racism, it's not about race, it definitely is another obstacle of adversity that these young men overcame. And I face that all the time in my industry, and it's again, I like to say it's not so much about the racism, but about the nepotism in the industry, as you know, as these young men faced. And to me, that was something special. That was another thing that they had to overcome besides what was going on in their home lives. And I fell in love with the story and felt passionate about it being a feature film. And so in doing the research towards a feature film, we decided to make that research a documentary.
Okay.
And it's been a 2-year process that we've been working on.
2 years, wow. So I guess you mentioned part of it, I suppose. If someone came and asked, oh, that's just another Latino movie, or not, I don't know if there's so many, but it seems to be hopefully a trend that's coming about. But even at that, would you say, no, this is not just for the Latino community, anybody can come and identify with it? Or
Oh, absolutely. I mean, its message is universal, and universal appealing about the human spirit, and about, you know, how not to give up and how not to quit, and how you can overcome anything as long as you don't quit.
Okay.
You know, it's not necessarily a Latino film. It's an American sports film, and just happens to have some Latinos in it.
Great.
And there isn't enough of those films out there. There hasn't been enough of those films produced.
Right.
And so that's what I'm working on.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations on this. Obviously, it's been a 2-year journey, and I know the journey is continuing. Like you said,
Thank you.
on the road to a feature film.
Yeah.
So we congratulate you
Yeah, and
to this point.
Thank you very much, and thanks for having me. And I would just like to say to our supporters out there to please like us on our Facebook page, and to follow our journey and support us. We still need your support, and this is a fantastic story, and I hope you all get a chance to eventually see the documentary.
Fantastic. Well, the least you can do is get on Facebook and like Miracle at Donna page. Thank you so much.